The federal government has signed the hosting agreement for the Intra-African Trade Fair IATF 2027 in Lagos State. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu commended the initiative aimed at creating opportunities for trade and investments across the African continent.
Round of applause.
The historic signing of agreements of the Intra-African Trade Fair IATF 2027, also known as the After Marketplace, holding at the Wole Soyinka Center for Culture and Creative Arts in Lagos, a tripartite agreement with the federal government. Applauding the significant move, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu says hosting the trade will be a defining time for Africa to take its rightful place in the Community of Nations. And as for Lagos, it will be the best AITF to be hosted on the shores of Africa and indeed the center of excellence. Mr. Governor says Lagos, being Nigeria's commercial hub, has the infrastructure, experience and business ecosystem required to successfully host an event of such magnitude.
We're knowing fully well that it is a time for Africa to take its rightful place in the global stage. And if we're indeed serious about that, the likes of what AfroExim and what the EU and African Commission have birthed for us, the minimum we can do as a government is to continue to validate that. And so I want to assure you that the CANEX event coming up in Lagos later in the year will be a masterpiece. It will be one of the biggest that you have seen, because you know that Lagos is not just a commercial economic nerve center of our country. It's the entertainment capital of Africa, and we will bring it to the fullness of it.
Officials of the Federal Ministry of Trade and Investment, including Chairperson IATF 2027 Advisory Council and Nigeria's former President Olusegun Obasanjo, thanked the federal and state governments with the private sector for the collective efforts and being instrumental to ensuring the historic hosting of the event in Nigeria, which is expected to have over 1,086 registered exhibitors in attendance and 48 billion naira in trade investments.
As we look forward to welcoming the continent to Lagos, please be rest assured that the IATF 2027 will mark a defining moment in accelerating and transforming intra-African trade and investment. We fully intend not only to exceed the levels of transactions recorded at previous editions of the IATF. Beyond transactions, we envisage IATF 2027 as a marketplace that will integrate ideas, relationships, capital, and skill to boldly confront the challenges that impede the full realization of our one global African market.
IATF 2027 to Lagos also has historic relevance because this is where African leaders signed the Lagos Plan of Action for the Economic Development of Africa, 1980 to 20,000.
As Nigeria prepares for the all-important Fair Come 2027, the event will serve as a defining moment in transforming the after-marketplace, build trust for business communities, create one African market, foster international trade, and create job opportunities for people in the African continent. Adutola Kayode, LTV News.